You said you wanted to go first.
Fugees. Let's talk about the Fugees. You want to go first?
Yeah, you said you wanted to go first about the Fugees.
Their tour was canceled.
Yeah.
The Fugees
3 days before it was supposed to start.
Yeah.
Media outlets have reported that the Fugees reunion tour is not going to happen. And you know what? And my problem was this. Lauryn Hill comes out and says she thinks it was media sabotage. That's what she blamed.
She said that for real?
I thought she just said that. I thought she said it was because of ticket sales, which probably
ticket sales is the reason because nobody's. Again, what I say about training, you got to respect the people who pay you for for the stuff. I went to see Lauryn Hill in Detroit in 2018.
Probably one of the biggest mistakes in your life, man.
But I did make it twice because whatever the festival was, it was Raphael Sadiq and Lauryn Hill were the headliners. Yeah. I said, I'm driving for this 3 hours, and whenever Raphael got off, it was another 2.5, 2:45 before she came out, dry set, and and before the statement she made a couple months ago was basically like, yeah, I'm here and y'all need to be happy. You won't get me twice. I stayed up there for the night and then drove back pissed off. So then, couple years later, a couple months ago, she goes, y'all need to be thankful that I even show up to this. Remember that?
Yeah.
Why? Like, the people make you who you are. Why? Like, you lost me on that.
My thing about this is how I feel about the Fugees being canceled.
I'm surprised they even
Fugees
came back with it.
Fugees never to me was like, oh, the Fugees, great. I mean, it was Prize. What did he do?
Ghetto Superstar.
Yeah. Okay. And then it was Wyclef never really got into his music. Sounds too much like soca music to me, and soca is probably like my least favorite Caribbean music. But then there was Lauryn. Lauryn came out. Lauryn had the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill album. I don't know what was going on behind the scenes, but that album was phenomenal. That album was great. That album was classic. But it was one album though. It was one album. Then a lot of people were like, oh, we love this album. Then she came out with the live music because she was talking about all the stuff that was going
Unplugged.
The Unplugged. Loved it, like, because it was deep and the music that she was talking about. It was a learning 2-disc album. It was a learning album, right? Yeah. So it was at that time we were feeling Lauryn. It was like, Lauryn, like, you got to keep doing what you're doing. Come out with another album. Album wouldn't drop. Come on, Lauryn. She was concert stuff was falling apart.
She like Dr. Dre.
Yeah, she was like, stuff was falling apart. Stuff was falling apart for Lauryn. You know what I'm saying? But people were trying to understand her because she has a depth to her. Because she went to Columbia. She had a depth to how she was. You could tell she was a very intellectual, intelligent being. Yeah. And she knows a lot about psychology and a lot about human condition. Okay. She knows a lot about those things. But then Lauryn, years are passing now. Years are passing. We're still. So a lot of those, remember the little kids used to see, like, oh, that baby so cute. Yeah. They grown now.
Baby 30.
They grown and they got kids. Yeah. They don't care about Lauryn because they wasn't part of. So time is changing. Time is transcending. There's a few people like us that's like, but we kind of like, we going to work. And we got other stuff that we doing. And it's kind of like, so Lauryn, it's to the point where we're at, don't nobody care no more. Don't nobody care. You missed your opportunity because you should have did this about 10 years. Fall off for 10 years.
So let's take from what you said and compare that. Lauryn missed out big time, and that's, to me, her own doing.
It was her own demise.
It's J-Lo had the concert, canceled 7 shows, and canceled the whole thing. She had the tour, did all that. You 10 years too late. We don't care about Ain't That Funny. We don't care. Yeah. And Lauryn Hill, you done burned us all. Yeah, you done burned us all with the late and the no-show concert experiences,
and your remarks too.
And your remarks did it for me. Yeah, because I wasn't going back anyway, but now I don't want to listen to it. Yeah, so I'm like, I'm not one of, how folks be like, you walk into some place and somebody gives you a little lip, you like, I pay your salary. I'm not that guy. Yeah, but it's like, no, the people that you're saying should be grateful are the ones that bought the tickets, bought the CDs back then, bought all this stuff. Why would you like crap on them like that? So I wasn't with it. And yeah, you're too late for that. And it's one of those things where it's like, when is it going to become some accountability? Yeah. She had mental health breakdowns. Okay, did she go see anybody? Yeah. Like, is she doing anything? Because I promise you this, she was on time for that BET performance with her son. Yeah. That was mid. Like, she was on time for another performance that I saw she was on.
Because the excitement behind Lauryn Hill is gone.
Gone.
And a lot of people didn't follow up with her even with the live album. because there were fans like people like me that was like, oh, because I like she had that song Adam Lives in Theory. She had Mr. Unconditional, whatever the song's called. You know, she had like I remember songs from the album because it was an album. It wasn't like entertaining album. It was
deep though.
It was a deep album where it's like talking about human condition and human life, and it was just
no, but it was still entertaining.
Yeah,
I knew what you mean.
Yeah, but it had so much depth to it that's like, dang, this is her thoughts.
It reminded me of Dead Prez's first one.
Yeah, yeah.
It was just
it was like
wow.
this. It's like wow. This is like it's like, and she wrote this. This is like stuff that we think about, but we never like actually talk about.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like the song Adam Lives in Theory, and talk about like the whole idea of the woman and the man, and how like he abuses that woman, and then how she start thinking about how, you know, maybe I like girls, maybe, you know what I'm saying, how, and it's the whole idea of a relationship that's turns into something else, and people having like crazy thoughts because of the abuse that they dealt with before, and the theories and the ideas that they have about how love and life is supposed to be. And the song is deep as hell. But but ain't nobody thinking about that, man. Lord, we just want to just damn. We want to.
Me personally,
ain't think about it at all.
Me personally, I didn't even know they was going on tour. So I didn't know
it was canceled.
Until it was canceled.
I didn't know either.
You know what? They had the reunion. Yeah, they had the reunion performance a couple months back. And they announced it.
I was too busy paying my mortgage and my car note. I mean, not my car note, my insurance.
Yeah, but like y'all said, I think like, man, you just missed it. You know what I'm saying?
Which is what I'm saying is like, that whole portion of my life is gone. The whole life.
And I think a lot of times with groups like that, like if you look at like groups like, you know, Bone Thugs or what, I'm just use Bone Thugs for example. You know, they still do shows, so you know they still have a following, even though, you know, they're an older group or whatever. And it's just like they haven't really been doing any shows for people to even honestly care.
But there's a reason for certain groups' relevance and certain groups still having a fan base to come out.
Because they cater to their fan base.
And they also show up for them.
Yeah, they cater
because
to their
put it
fan
like this. Bone, probably, I don't know this for sure, probably books the venues that work for them.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know
Snoop
about...
Dogg.
Snoop is the greatest human being ever. But like a couple months ago, the Rolling Stones were at the Brown Stadium.
Yeah.
And that was like the closest thing to a sellout that we had. Look, Drake didn't sell out here 2 nights. I'm like, he probably would for one. But he didn't sell out. Janet didn't sell out. But they came for Janet. They went for Justin Timberlake. They were out there.
You have to cater to your fan base.
Yeah. But you were out there for Mick Jagger, and he's 80 years old.
Yeah.
So if you're not buying tickets to Lauryn Hill, it's not because of what the media is writing, because all they're doing is writing on what you did.
Yeah, your track record.
They're writing on you not showing up. They probably would go smaller venue. Let's say if she came here and went to Rocket Mortgage, and then they shrunk it down, and Wyclef went to Woolstein, he's selling that out.
Yeah. I don't think they could do no Rocket Mortgage, no.
But that's what they were doing, arena tours.
Yeah.
Like off of what, 2 albums?
Yeah.
3 albums?
The Fugees had 2 albums.
The Fugees had.
I don't remember
2.
They had 2.
I feel like it's one we know and one we don't. I might be wrong.
Yeah.
But let's put it like this: you could do it like a new edition.
I'm about to look.
But
you could have the group and you could have the solos. Because Prize had an album, Wyclef had a few.
Oh, that's what you're thinking about, like who had albums.
No. I was talking about the group as a whole.
It was one album, man.
I thought it was Ready or Not. It's the only one.
The Score.
I mean, the Score.
And then it's one from 1990. The Score, and then there's one from. That's the greatest hit, and then it's one. It says "Blended on Reality." That's 1994. Like I don't.
So when was the Score? 96.
96.
Yeah, so they did have.
So I mean,
it's just the one we know.
So what all would you be performing?
You would be performing a Score. You'd be performing.
You gonna do the whole album?
We'll put it like this: you only gonna probably get 2 hours. So you get a couple from here. You get Ghetto Superstar. You get 911. You get all of her stuff, and then you come back with Ready or Not. I don't know.
Anybody.
But it wasn't enough for me.
Yeah, anybody come for Lauren. So Lauren, peace.
I wasn't against it though.